We're live. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Fabulites. This is Angela, and I have got questions for you. What opens with Blue and Scrappy throwing them bows, and what closes with Jeffrey and Malik throwing them bows, sort of, kinda? If you guessed Love and Hip Hop Miami Season 1, Episode 9, Crossroads, you're correct, or maybe you just read it in the title. Thank you so much for clicking on the video or joining live to see how we get from opening to closing. I'm Angela, and the channel is Be Fabulous You. So, like, comment, share, subscribe. We're working on 1,000 new subscribers. So if you were one of my first 1,000 subscribers, yay! You're the best, you're the best, you're the greatest, whoop, whoop. And if you're not, go on and subscribe, because you're the best, you're the best, you're the greatest, whoop, whoop. I think I should be composing songs for children, because I have this song, dang, what's this song? Oh, damn, contam, damn, contamination. And that's about how I'm kind of like a germaphobe, and I don't want to get contaminated by the damn contamination. Then I have this song that I sing to my dog. Good night, Bella. Good night, Bella. Good night, Bella. It's time to go to bed. It's time to go to bed. It's time to go to bed. Good. Okay, enough of that. I'll think of some other songs, because I know you want to know all the other songs I make up other than Be You. Be fabulous. And I like Jackie Aina. Jackie. So I like to sing. Okay, I'm not much of a singer, but you know. Okay, so we got Blue at the gym. He's blowing off steam, and he's sparring with Scrappy. They got Shay and lots in common. Blue is like, you know, I'm doing brand development and for your peeps, Shay. And Scrap is like, no, I didn't know that. She tried to check me about the Chinese. Dang, somebody called him the kitty. Oh, that's later on. The child called him the kitty litter. That's terrible, but I think that's the best one ever, because it's like kitty litter, like where a cat goes and does their business, but it's also kitty litter, like a litter of kitties, like a litter of dogs, like the mama and where the babies that the mama have. Ooh, that's good, the kitty litter. Okay, so she's like, Scrap is like, she tried to check me about the Chinese, Nikki and Chinese, kitty, like me and her as a couple. And Blue is like, she was out here, she moved out here with P, you know that, right? That's how I ended up running across her. And Scrap is like, what? And then Blue is like, he know that Scrappy keeps tabs on Shay. And then you know, Blue is like, well, you should slide through her boot camp. You know, he said he don't have to worry about P, because P is only concerned about P. Pleasure P is only concerned about Pleasure P. I think what he's doing, Blue, is I think he's like slick, pretending like, hey, I'm trying to hook y'all up, I'm trying to get y'all to reconcile, but he's just trying to like blow whatever the issue is, like put some air on it and figure out what's really going on between those two people. Like if it's gonna blow up, it can blow up, and then maybe he can get in with Shay. Now, or if it's not gonna, you know, I think he's just trying to like really see what it is. What is it? That's what he's trying. That's what I think Blue is trying to do. There's birds in the backyard. I can't hear them, but I can see them. So we see Bobby. He's at Trick's podcast. Now, Trick is doing the podcast with another woman, and I really don't know her name, but maybe she's famous. And and Bobby is debuting his music. He's got a Miami Tip with him. And Trick is like, you know, it's good to me that you're openly gay, because, you know, it is a lot of gay dudes in the industry out here, and they be acting straight. And I think, you know, your music is good. Big ups. People gonna like your music before they even realize you gay or whatever. But he, you know, I didn't really know how where Trick stood in the whole, you know, gay nation, his talent situation. But now we hear. And then Trick is like, you know, he's talented, and I'm glad that he's himself. And that's, I'm like, yay, Trick Daddy, with your crazy self. Okay, so Trick leaves, but the other interviewer is still there, and he's like, so, you know, you gotta cut. The interviewer, she is like, so, you know, your cousin Trina does she support you? You know, she trying to get the dirt or whatever. And Bobby is like, no, my cousin Trina doesn't support me at all. Not in no way, not no how. She don't want me to shine. She don't want me to succeed. You know, he just going on. And Miami is like, well, Miami Tip is like, well, hold on a second now. She's a businesswoman. She's a good businesswoman. You know, she's trying to defend Trina. So I don't remember what her, you know, what her main, what Tip's main thing was, but she's like, you know, she hasn't been given the opportunity to support you. And then in the interview, Miami Tip is like, I have a good relationship with Trina, and I'm not trying to sit up here and say nothing and mess up my good relationship with Trina. And Bobby is like, after they get off the air, he's like, why are you embarrassing me on air in front of all of Miami? And Tip is like, bruh, this is business. I strip, for this. You know, I strip to support my family, and Trina lets me open for her, and she don't have to do that. I'm a dancer. She could not be supporting me, and she is supporting me. And I pay, speaking of support, I pay your studio fees, and I pay your studio sessions by being on the pole, by dancing. And I need to take care of me, my family, you, all of this other stuff. And I'm trying to get off the pole before my son is old enough to know what a dancer is. This is not a game for me. This ain't no game. This is the motherfucking reality. Oops, I said MF. This is the MF and, you know, reality game. Like, this ain't no game. This is reality for me. I'm not out here playing. This is serious. That's what Miami is trying to say. Or Miami Tip. And then Tip Drill. What's the child's name? There's so much going on. I guess that's like Puff Daddy, P Diddy, Brother Love, Puffy. You know, they got all these variations. It's one little fruit fly that's been, for some reason, in this area. Like, every time I come over here, it's over here. I don't know why. Maybe it's gotten trapped in the studio and can't go out. Because it's like, it ain't no fruit or vegetables over here, little one. So gone. Okay. So, you know, they go through all of that. And then Bobby is like, you know, you're right. I'm sorry. You know, I want my Trina and my family to have my back like you do. And that's the thing in life. You know, sometimes you have to give thanks for the blessings that you have and focus on those blessings and the things that are working, instead of being bitter and upset about the things that are not working all the time. That's what we need to do, I think. So he got this woman, I don't even know. I'm like, she pays for him to be in the studio. That's deep. I was shocked by that. Now that's a good friend there. That's some support. You know, that's some support. Okay. So then we see Joy with Trina. I don't know how expensive it is, but I'm just saying, you know. Then we see Joy with Trina, and they're at a pole class, and you know, I guess Joy is trying to get her sexy back. Is that was supposed to be the premise of why they were there? And she's trying to hear about what's up with Raymond and Trina. And Trina is like, you know, we cool. I don't want to rush nothing. And Joy is like, yeah, that's like me and P. And Trina is like, you need a fresh breath of air. Because y'all know Trina don't like P. And Joy is like, well, Bobby invited us. Joy is like, yeah, we just friends. We cool. And then Joy is like, Bobby invited us to his release party for his single. And we need to be here. We need to be there. He's family. And you need to give him an opportunity. And Trina is kind of like, that's good. In her little interview thing, she's like, well, that's good that he has a single. That means that he has been working, you know, and I always see him just on turn up mode. I didn't know, you know, he did anything except for talk stuff and drink or whatever she's saying. So she's like, you know, I don't know. I'll think about it. I don't know about him. He's messy. Then we see Michelle Pooch, and she is debuting a new music track, not with her as a singer, but with her as a producer. And, you know, she says, you know, it's really hard to switch lanes. And so she's having a small party for a few select folks for them to be exposed to what she's doing. And Malik is there, and he lets Michelle know that he has come out of the closet, and the person she's with is like, what? Whatever. And then Prince is coming to the event. In other news, in the other side of the club, Prince has come to the event because he gonna end the feud today. He about to jack up her event. That's what, you know, he letting us know. And so I think, yeah, he wrote, I'm gonna end the feud. I'm like, escalate the feud? Is that what? Because end and escalate, they don't mean the same thing. Escalate is like taking it up, not down. I guess you could go down the escalator, but when we say escalate, we mean up. All the way up. Okay, so Michelle spots Prince, and Prince pulls his sunglasses up. And then all of a sudden, a group of like dancers and drummers and a group of people are there, and they like partying. Now I didn't realize, I just thought they were dancers and drummers. And Michelle spots Prince, and she's like, he denies knowing anything. She's like, why did you bring these people here? What are you doing? Because they had just turned on her single for the people to hear, but now the people can't hear because the other people are dancing and singing and carrying on. And he's like, I just came here for a drink. I don't know what you're talking about. And I don't know anybody here, and then he's so happy, he says, to see her all frazzled and freaking out. And he said she ought to be happy that he sprinkled some flavor into her dry butt party. And then Michelle goes back over to Malik and is like, it's Prince. He did this. And Malik is like, what? He did this. He did this. He brought these drag queens here because I came out to him and he knows how sensitive it is. And we're all like, skirt? I didn't even know that they were drag queens. But I think that he's very, very sensitive. And I think that he really needs to do some deep work on his identity and accepting himself and all people and loving himself and loving all people, because it was really weird. And then he goes and he confronts Prince, and he's like, you brought these queens here because I told you I'm gay. And Prince apologizes to the queens because I guess that Malik was like, I don't know how, I don't know if he was cussing them out or telling them they wasn't boo-boo. I don't know what happened. But Prince apologizes, and he's like, it's weird that me as a straight man am apologizing to these gay people because gay Malik has had a homophobic rant. That's very weird. And Malik is like mad. He's mad. He's upset. He's offended. He feels like, how sometimes like you're embarrassed about something and it's like you just feel like hot, like you can feel the heat. Like if I was lighter skinned, I'd be red, but I can just feel the heat. Now, the good thing about being my color is that nobody can tell that I'm embarrassed. But when you feel that embarrassed, it's like you feel like everybody can just see, it all over your face. It make me feel like I'm white or something, like everyone can see it all over my face. And that's how I think Malik was. He was just like, oh my gosh, everyone can see. But you, brother man, you need to do some work. You need to do some work. Okay, so then we see that Jeff is excited. His personal life is thriving. His business is thriving. Stuff is going well. He's in business with some kind of his swimwear line or something is going on. And he's doing a shoot and Gabby is modeling for him or whatever. And then Miami Tip comes because she wants to talk to Jeff about Bobby, his ex-boyfriend. And he tells her, Jeff tells Miami Tip that he is with Malik and that he was very embarrassed to be slapped in front of everyone. And, this has been like an ongoing conversation like I've been confused about, because I feel like you wouldn't have been upset or embarrassed if he slapped you in the privacy of your home. That would have been okay? Because I don't think it would have been okay. And I don't care, people are like, well, he was cheating, so it's his fault that he got slapped. And I feel like those are actually two separate things. Like, I don't care what he was doing. It's not right to be hitting, slapping, all of that stuff. I'm like, Whether it's in front of people, in private, whether he cheated, whether he didn't cheat, whether you thought he cheated, whether you felt that the food wasn't on the table on time, your bath water wasn't hot enough. Don't be hitting nobody. There ain't no reason. Don't use your words. Use your words. And then Tip is like, well, he's having a single release party. I want you to come there. He's really sorry that he put hands on you in public. And there it is again. Put hands on you in public. I don't understand. I don't appreciate it. And I don't condone it. Furthermore, I do not condone it. Okay, so then Jeffrey says he's going to think about it. But he needs to think about this idea of it's okay for people to hit you in private, because it's not. Okay, so then we see Shay's boot camp. That's what, she brought the flyers to Blue for. He was supposed to be helping her produce it. And she's, publicize it or whatever. She says she's nervous. She was nervous that Blue would back out because of how everything went down with Pleasure P. But instead of backing out, he got a whole bunch of folks here, and she's just really, really excited. Shay is about how much of a great help Blue has been. Now, Michelle Pooch is at the class, and, they're bending over, and Blue is in the class, and he's all enthusiastic and like, sleazy. He's like sleazily enthusiastic. Like, this is my favorite part of the class, when you bend over and you put your butt in my face, or I don't know. But and then Scrap comes as per Blue's invitation, and Shay is like, why are you here? And Scrappy is like, oh, Blue invited me because you sure didn't. And Shay is like, why would I? She can see, she says in her thing that she can see on social media that he's still working with the kitty litter. You still playing in the kitty litter. You have no loyalty and no respect. And Scrappy is like, you told me you were not dealing with anyone, and you got a whole man. You moved here to be with Pleasure P. And Shay is like, when you asked me, I wasn't dealing with anyone, and it's none of your business. You have treated me like boo-boo, and you don't get to know what's going on in my life. You don't get to know my business. And Shay is like, she's basically done. We ain't never had no conversation like this before. Now you get the F out. She like, now you seeing the real me. You treated me like boo-boo, and I'm not here for it. I'm not here for you. Get out. Beat it, buddy. And then he leaves, and then Blue goes up to Shay, and he's like, Shay, I think you handled it bad. You got to learn to play it cool. And I'm like, yeah, wow. She just finished her class, so theoretically these are like her clients there, and that's how she's behaving in front of her clients. And then also I kind of feel like, and he's inviting someone to, a public, I don't know. I guess it's like messy for reality TV, because I'm like, who does that? I've been to a lot of classes, and I've never seen the instructor arguing with anyone, like yoga classes, fitness class. I can't imagine. Or the owner. I'm like, oh my gosh. So anyway, Shay, he's like, you acted wrong. And so Shay goes out and apologizes to Scrappy, who I guess did not leave, but just left and waited because production told him to wait. That's why he was just standing out there waiting. Okay. And Shay goes out, and she apologizes and says it's because he gets under her skin. And then Scrap is like, well, and Blue is like, he done come out meanwhile. And he's like, tell her you love her. Has her. Tell her you love her. Hug her. Oh, tell her you love her. Hug her. That's what Blue is saying to Scrap. She only went off because she loves you. You only here because you love her. Hug and apologize, y'all, like he trying to instigate. He really trying to see what really go on with them. And then Scrap is like apologizing, and Shay is like, well, so are you still going to be working with the kitty litter? And Scrap is like, and Shay is like, boy, bye. You're disloyal. I can tell from how you looking that, you going bye. Hey. And so then we see Bobby, we're at his single release party, and Trina is there, and she is proud that he has a single and that he's doing the work, and he's excited to see her. And Trina, listens to his work, and she sees talent. Now, when I saw his work, I was kind of surprised. Now, when they had a little bit of it playing, I think in the background of the show, it sounded a little bit different from the way he performed it. When he performed it, and maybe it's because I know he's gay. Hey, welcome in, Rowdy Cheetah, you chica. Rowdy cheater, you rowdy cheater. Hey, Rowdy chica. But when he it was like when he performed it, I don't know if it's because I know he's gay and he seems flaming, but it seemed like a very like feminine performance to me. Like, I'm like, I don't know how anyone would watch that performance and not know that and not know that he was gay. Because remember, Trick Daddy at the podcast is like, he said something to the effect of, you're gonna draw them in with your talent, and then they're gonna be in love with you before they even realize that you're gay. But I was like, I don't know how, and maybe it's because I have the inside story, but then when I heard the little recording thing, it sounded, the vibe was a little bit different. But Trina is happy with it, and Bobby is like, let's be honest, I crushed the performance, and I'm glad that Trina is here to see it. He's all happy and stuff. Hey, and then the podcast host, the woman who was there after Trick Daddy left, is like, hey, I'm surprised to see you, Trina, here after he said that you don't support him in anything that he does. And Trina is like, what? I always see him drunk and turned up. So why would I This is the first time I've ever seen him do anything. Wait a second, I'm gonna go talk to him. So and then, you know, she's going to talk to him. She's like, as soon as I try to support him, I hear he talking bad about me in this on the podcast, which is really like talking bad in the streets. That's like he just telling everybody, you know, their business, you know. And then she goes up to him and, you know, she tells him that, you know, I'm here trying to support you and you talking all this mess about me. And they get into a whole back and forth. And she's basically like, keep my name out of your mouth. You are beneath me. And I was like, oh, I guess the way I grew up, that type of, I'm like, no, you can't tell nobody they beneath you, because we're all equal human beings, Miss Trina. She's like, you are beneath me and you always will be, and blah, blah. You know, she's, you know, they back separated again. We thought they were united, but they back separated again. And then Bobby goes to confront Miami Tip, and he's like, what did you and the podcaster tell Trina? And then Jeff appears and he's like, hey. And then he's like, I'm here to let bygones be bygones. So Bobby gets distracted and he's, you know, talking to Jeff, and he's like, well, I was working hard, you know, as, you know, so that we could be a rich gay couple instead of a broke gay couple. And Jeff is like, well, guess who was making the time for me while you were working hard? And Bobby is like, hoo, 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 boo, hoo, hoo, you know. And then Jeff is like, well, you know, hey, it is what it is. You know, give me a hug. You look good. We cool, but I'm with somebody. So then we see Malik, you know, Jeffrey goes home to where he lives with Malik, I guess, in Malik's house. And, you know, I missed exactly the transition, but the next thing I know, Malik has found out that Jeff was at Bobby's. So that Jeff tell him that he was at Bobby's event, or, you know, how did he, he saw it on social media. Okay, I think he said he saw it on social media at Bobby's listening party. And Jeff is basically like, Malik is mad. He's like fired up. He's upset. And, you know, he's like, Malik is like, you don't go to an ex and then come to me. That's why you sleeping outside. And Jeff is like, hold on now. I'm a grown man. Now, he might not say all of this to the guy, but some of it he's saying in the interview. I'm a grown man and I can go where I wanna. And, you know, I don't allow no yelling and no hitting. And Malik better watch it. And he kind of looking at Malik like, you know, he just got his eyes on him. And Malik is like, you don't deserve me. You know, get out. And then Jeffrey gets out. And then next week is the season finale. Now, I don't think that, you know, I feel like it's good to, I don't care for this whole Malik character at all. You know, and I feel like him yelling and carrying on it just like that. I mean, it's not the same as hitting somebody, but I didn't really care for the way he was talking to him. But I don't like the way he talks about gay people, or, you know, it's something. He got issues. So that's it. So next week is the season finale. They're going to have a 2-part reunion. I didn't know that was coming. I didn't realize the season finale was coming. So that's what I got. Today is the best day ever. Like, share, comment, subscribe. How would I rate? I would give this one like maybe a 7.5, like a B minus, C plus. Like, it was cool. I enjoyed it, I guess. I wasn't like, oh my gosh, just, you know, I hate it, but that's what I got. Like, comment, share, subscribe. We're still working on 1,000 subscribers. So if you are one of my first 1,000 subscribers, another round of applause. Thank you, Rowdy Chica. And if you're not, go on and subscribe. Today is the best day ever. Be you. Be fabulous. Be fabulous. You. Be you.